A plan to erect a migrant encampment on the grounds of Aqueduct Racetrack is getting strong opposition by some lawmakers in Queens. It's one of two sites being considered by city officials. An encampment on Aqueduct grounds could hold 1,000 people, but lawmakers are concerned about the infrastructure and communities that surround the site, saying the influx of migrants will create an undue burden.
Joining us now with more, Queensborough President Donovan Richards here to talk more about this. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so 6 months ago, I know the mayor said there's no more room at the end, but apparently there is room in Queens. I know the governor still has to give her final approval for this, but is this the right location? Is your borough the right location? This is the right spot for this encampment?
Well, let me start with saying that in Queens, we don't practice xenophobia. We support our immigrant communities. More than half of Queens residents are foreign-born, more than 50%. So we always welcome our immigrant communities. However, the challenge we do have here at these locations is the lack of transportation, the lack of infrastructure. If you're talking about putting 1,000 individuals at these locations, we have to hear more about transparency. We have to know what the plan is, because you just can't pop 1,000 people at each site in some of the areas where we do have glaring infrastructure issues.
You're saying lack of transparency. Has that been very difficult communicating with city officials and the mayor as to when this is going up? Where is it going up? The communication probably seems like it's been a bit...
Well, communication is scattered, and you get a late night text Saturday, hey, we're looking at both sites this week, and really...
Is that how you found out, a text Saturday night?
And then for most of my colleagues, right, the same thing, like the night before a hotel is going to open up. And once again, Queens residents have been a part of the solution. They have not pushed back against housing asylum seekers who are coming here. However, they want to know more.
Let me ask you one thing, though, and briefly, because I know the governor is saying that she is helping out financially. However, financially is one part, but no one's doing anything about work permits, which can get these migrants out of the shelters. Why is that hitting a brick wall with the feds, with the state?
We need President Biden to step up on this. Many of the migrants that I've spoken to want to be productive parts of society. They want to achieve the American dream. And that takes the president really focusing in and supporting the work authorizations right away. Many people now, many of the migrants are working under the table, which also means that they're being taken advantage of as well. So we need to really see those work authorizations happen.
And we know that there has been a bipartisan reaction from some to call on the White House to do more in terms of that. We do know that if these sites go up too quickly, or if these people are moved into areas and it happens without a lot of planning, there could be big problems. I mean, we're hearing about people who, they don't have showers, they don't have ways to get things done. I mean, how concerned are you that some of this could be fast-tracked?
I'm really concerned about it, because we want to make sure that although people arrived in Queens the way they have, that they're being treated in a humane fashion. We also want to ensure that communities also have the infrastructure and resources. If we're going to see thousands and thousands upon thousands of asylum seekers coming into Queens, what do those resources look like coming in from City Hall?
Because temporary is one thing, but this, I mean, temporary is not like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, this could be months that people are at these particular sites, especially if it's someplace like the racetrack out in that area.
Well, the problem is City Hall hasn't defined that, nor the state. And I would say for the state, it's a big state. Why is New York City having all of the burden? We need to see more of the state step up to also be a part of the solution.